You're watching WRAL News in high definition.
Well, the housing market is shaky again. Sales of new single-family homes plunged 33% in May to a record low level.
Yeah, the sales are now at their lowest level on record, dating back to 1963. This comes after a federal subsidy for home buyers expired. Veteran real estate broker Al Schnaidt joins us now to sort out the numbers. Were you surprised by this, Al?
Actually, not really. It's been evident in the data that I've been tracking for about a year that the new home industry, the builders specifically, have really taken it on the chin in this recession. And our data, while not quite as negative as the national scene, is also, we're down substantially from where we were. However, the way I look at it is I track the percent of sales of new homes, which are what percent they are of the total home sales. And historically, from 2004 to 2008, we ran about 26%, and we ran about 29%, I should say. In 2009, we ran about 26%, and then this year we're at 24%, and it's been a consistent 24% all year long. So I don't really see a degradation in the numbers. While many new home builders are suffering because of the slowdown and whatnot, we do begin to see some signs now of some stirrings of maybe some subdivisions that activity had stopped. People are now generating some interest and maybe going in and buying the lots, and building starting to start up again, particularly in the area of probably under $400,000. And most importantly, the permits, Wake County permit, new home construction permits, are up about 44% over last year. So that's pretty encouraging. I think bodes well for the future for us. So I think we've hit the bottom in the new home sales piece and are coming back.
We certainly hope so. But with the tax credit ending, though, can't we expect a slowdown?
Yeah, I think so. Our sales year to date are up 21% over 2009, and if you recall in my last few interviews, I've talked about a 5 to 10% growth rate in 2010 versus 2009. So we're much stronger than what we saw in the marketplace in our predictions, and I think we're going to give some of that back in the coming months. The showing data for May confirmed that. The showings were down substantially, so we're going to see a slowdown, I believe, in the summer to catch back up. But I still think we're going to end up probably a little better than I forecasted, maybe 8, 10, perhaps even 12% for the total year.
Long term, what's the outlook? Will we get back to kind of normal next year, do you think, or what?
Yeah, I think it'll be steady growth, Bill. And I hope it is, frankly. If it climbs real quickly, it's probably going to run the risk of creating another bubble. So I would look for another 10 or 15% growth maybe next year as well. We'll see a slowdown this summer and hopefully some strengthening later in the year again, and go into next year with some more momentum. So frankly, I'm fairly bullish. In my own business, we're up double over what we were last year. So we've seen a nice build up in the business for us. So I don't see things that are real troublesome to me in our market.
Good. We'll try to stay optimistic. Thank you, Al Schnaidt, for joining us this morning to talk about the housing market.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir. Hundreds of Twilight